Hello guys, and welcome to Monday's edition of MCOC News. Quite a few things have kicked off. It seems to be Monday is the perfect time for anything kind of news related to kind of go out for Marvel Contested Champions. And we feel that we've got our kind of the motors running. So without further ado, and being on the 26th of June 2017, nearly forgot that, let's get into MCOC News. So kicking off firstly is Marvel Insider, and it's the perfect time now to get your beginner, normal and heroic done and claim the points. I'm just about to finish off my beginner, and the reason that we're doing it obviously is to get those points. You know, the 10,000, the 30,000 for Secret Empire needs to be done. The quest is going to expire next week, so it's important to get these in as soon as possible. The energy spend is a lot less in beginner, so it's, you know, it's going to be great for you to kind of get through and then get yourself sorted with Marvel Insider. And if you're not familiar with Marvel Insider, I'll put a link in the description how to get a Marvel Insider account. You don't have to do it, it's not compulsory, it just helps out with extra freebies going into accounts. And I've been keeping regular contact with Marvel support on Twitter, and I strongly suggest anyone to get in contact with them over Twitter, maybe over different kind of ways of contact, because I've had some few issues with getting my points. I still haven't had my points from the last event. The same thing with regards to I haven't received my Groot bundle. So there's a few kind of like mistakes between Marvel support and Kabam. I don't think the communication is there too much, so hopefully things get resolved for that. And if you are still experiencing problems, like I said, go on Twitter and follow Marvel support and kind of tweet at them. They get in contact pretty quickly. The email system's a little bit kind of slow, and it's only now getting response to stuff that's about 2 weeks old, so not particularly good. Our second bit of news is the Summoner Appreciation Event Week 4. So this is the final week of this event. It's been good. It's been really fun. There's been a lot of kind of like great pulling potential with not women, but stuff within the game. The idea that we can also get increased amounts of gold battle chips, wonderful, especially with the attack and health boosts, which I'm going to probably use to my advantage and like go for a lot of kind of Act 5 Chapter 2 potentially. The next thing is the 7-day Summoner Appreciation login calendar. This is pretty great because everybody gets a tier 4 class Catalyst Crystal. That I like. If you know, Kabam can fix it for me to get a Mystic, man, I will probably sing your praises for about a couple of days before then throwing you under the bus. But anyway, the main thing is getting that and some tier 4 basic Catalyst. You know, that's great. Really helpful for people within the game. Doesn't matter if you're a just starting player, it's going to benefit everybody, and that ain't half bad. The next thing is the trade-ins for the health potions. Not substantial. I mean, it's alright. It's alright. It's not amazing. You know, in some cases there's not a big kind of difference between certain levels and the amount of health points you get back. So it's alright. It's not as good as it was last week, but you know, it's freebie's a freebie, or kind of changing is changing. Then tier 4 class Catalyst. These kind of like events when they go into the split between different classes, if you know what I mean. In Proving Grounds, in event quests next to Proving Grounds, you see the Catalyst thing where it's like half like Mystic, half Cosmic, whatever it is. Sometimes, and most of the time, it's not great for getting those tier 4 class Catalyst fragments. So I'm not sure if it's something really for me. I don't think I will. I think I'll be concentrating more on the energy spend going elsewhere. Maybe even kind of going towards Act 5 Chapter 2. People may opt to do something else with their energy. I just don't think you're getting as much tier 4 class Catalyst fragments out of those quests as you might think. And one thing I'll be really looking forward to seeing is these updates going into the game, because the Multiverse Arena players will benefit from a newly streamlined flow that reduces loading times and keeps players in the fight. So basically you're not coming out of it. So all three fights are going to be just like after the other, so consecutively, which is great. It really just saves up so much time. Obviously it's something that should have been done a long time ago, but it just saves up so much time. It's going to be amazing for grinding out Arena, like a complete revelation. Fix an issue where the enemy could perform attacks while in the middle of an evade animation. That is that's pretty good. That means that we're going to see less kind of like buggy play. Hopefully this benefits. And the main thing is this should hopefully help out Android players from experiencing using an iPhone as opposed to an Android device. And to give you an idea, I'm not kind of like selling out my Android device. I'm still, you know, going to keep an Android device, a kind of 2016 last gen tech, and play with my iPhone 7. And the kind of difference is just stripping out so much like BS that I would suffer as an Android player. So hopefully they do a kind of a good balance between the two. Fix multiple character specific animations that were causing difficulties when chaining from base attacks to special attacks. Now I think this has been crossed out in the community quite a bit with regards to the way in how you kind of play and then hit in your special attacks. So it's nice to see that a lot of things have been recognized. Fixed an issue where autofight would not turn off. Not something that I've ever experienced within the game, but it's nice to kind of see something being acknowledged if it is a bug. And fixed willpower to work with shock and incinerate debuffs. Good. Thank God that's been added in. Shock is something that I really don't know is completely utilized. I mean, if you kind of like compare it with some characters, they don't really, I'd say, home in their shock ability. It's like Electro should be shock immune going against shock champions. The same thing can be said for, Luke Cage. Why does Luke Cage not have so, like, he can survive fires. He can survive being shocked. So, some work, I think, to do with regards to champion-specific kind of immunities. But, hey, willpower has been, kind of altered to add in those two debuff effects. So, something out of nothing. And obviously, at the moment, we've got ourselves a little bit of a deal. We've got a unit deal in. And you know, if you're in the market to buy units, it's sort of a good deal, but you know, if you compare it with others, yeah, it's a deal. Let's just say it's a deal. It's a deal of some kind. If you're in the mood or in the market to buy units, then this could be an option. We've got one here that's for £28.99. Obviously, your countries will differ with regards to the currency. And then we've got there for £6.75, £4.99 in the UK. Not too bad with that. If you compare it with the kind of like standard things that are in at the moment, yeah, okay, it's a saving. So if you're in the market and you want to buy, could be a good time with regards to these daily cards. I think the last daily card was £9.99 in the UK. That wasn't too bad, to be honest. I think it was 1,375 units. I think it's the only time I would have said it was kind of a good opportunity to buy. But all of this is up to your decision. I'm not going to force you. Our next story, and it's something that I didn't really expect to see, was, well, this, which is about Brutal DLX completing Realm of Legends. They're kind of acknowledging that. Obviously, we've got the crystal that's come into our inboxes, and if this is going to be an ongoing thing, then maybe they should do that when Labyrinth of Legends is released, and it should be like a yearly thing for us. So that's pretty cool to see. That we're still acknowledging, obviously, great kind of people like Brutal DLX, who has done so much kind of within the game, and is a bit of a lot more of a household name in the MCOC community than most other people. And we get a free adherent to Crystal, so hey, thanks very much for that, Kabam. Freebie's a freebie. This message from Kabam Mike interested me greatly, and it is it's good news, which is very hard to kind of like see good news coming from Kabam recently, but this is pretty good. Obviously, in the light of the 5-star crystal changing, the featured 5-star, to see more of a chance of getting more sub-featured 5 stars in that particular spin of that crystal, and a lot of people have said sometimes that they don't actually see it, which is a bit disappointing. Hopefully that we see an increasing amount in there, so people will like feel that it's working, rather than feeling it's not working. The same thing is being applied to the 4-star crystal, and it is more of an increased chance to get one of these sub-featured 4 stars. So that's something that, you know, is good to see an increased rolling out, and to say that there is an increased chance with regards to a slightly higher chance to obtain a 4-star champion from featured hero crystals. That I like. If Kabam could sort out the unit price, I would probably say that people would buy more, and obviously then buy featured crystals more based on that. At the moment, it's just not kind of a good balance, like with regards to like money in your pocket, and you know, if you feel that you want to spend money on a game and you want to, you know, get value for money to a degree. But yeah, it's good to see a change with those crystals because it's been a long time coming. So that has been the news today, covering things from the forum, community and other areas. If you enjoyed the video, please hit a like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content, and talk in the comments below your thoughts on the Summon Appreciation Week. Has it hit the mark? Are you happy that you're going to get a tier 4 Class Catalyst Crystal and tier 4 Basic, as well as some other great stuff from the 7-day login? And yeah, thoughts as well on the featured crystals. Should this have been done a lot sooner? Are you happy about the changes? Are you going to hold your breath and just wait until we see it in order to make a decision? You know, time to rant off. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.